Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, round it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell him we need more.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Detroit Lions and the Mexico City Diablos. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Replay.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn. It upfield, and that brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
Let's see what you got.
Second and 10. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. That's going to be an intriguing matchup to continue to watch. You don't get in the playoffs without having a good guy to cover out wide. If they want to move on, get in the championship, then the Super Bowl, he's going to have to be big in this one.
And this is not basketball where you're worried about your star getting fouled.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Come on, the ball.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Slam.
That's a jet sweep. They get it to Foster. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll set up a throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal.
A 28-yard attempt.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's A.J. Cole now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. To return is McKenzie. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Turn up. 66. Bullet high.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards. They come out here in the eye. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for them.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Michael Thomas there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Diablos nothing. Justin Tucker set for kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
They'll take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown! Robert Foster, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
Ready? 90 Wolf. Not today. Ready.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check three. Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of...
And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the same play.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. They'll drop the throw. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
These guys come over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Back to throw here. This is the tight end Fant. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Harris to return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The throw over the middle taken in. 20! And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
They'll take over.
We got this.
Down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ingram again. He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now
Now back to throw. He's got his tight end fan. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 18 on the play.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 10 over. You draw courses. Snap.
2nd and 1. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Thomas, 78 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive. Poor punter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
27 yards there, a first down. They'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
It's a gain of 35. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Scene 6. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. General, wax. I got you. You're almost there. Go!
They're going to look to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Sam on.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Ready?
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Looking to throw.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly caught. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return will stop right around the 25. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
Then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers.
And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. It's going the other way. Past the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll make it third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
25, check 25, check 25. Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Sheldon Rankins. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They run again with Jackson. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.